Hello there, Taurus. My name's Frankie. I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath. This reading's for Taurus for January of 2021. Happy New Year's. I can't believe that last year's over. Well, probably not because I'm doing these in December. But for everybody who's new out there, I pull 4 cards for the month. We use the bottom card on the deck for our overall view of the month. We'll pull angel card at the end of the reading, hopefully to bring everything together for us. Now, I am an empath, so I have a weird speech pattern. I speak as if I'm you. It makes all you Tauruses named Frankie for the time of the reading. Look at your moon sign and your rising sign. You'll get a more comprehensive view of the month, and I don't think the cards will go week by week. They'll blend in and out, I believe, throughout the month, kind of like a overall theme for the month. Now, we have good words. They are transformation, awakening, peace, humor, and openness. And I think we're going to need that sense of humor this month coming up here, because we have a couple really, well, actually 3 rough cards out of the 5 cards here. So, but I think the end result is it's going to work out to our benefit, because the one on top of here, on the bottom, should I say, is the 9 of Cups, and that's excellent. I mean, look at this dude. There's supposed to be wine in all those cups, and I think he drank every single one of them. He's so nice and happy. This is the Pip card in the whole tarot deck. This is the wish card. It's the card that indicates great joy, great happiness, all of our dreams coming true, getting everything that we wish for, like hitting the lottery and meeting Mr. or Mrs. Right all at the same time. So we're starting off with this, and then I think we kind of go downhill from there. But the end result of that is excellent, very excellent, I have to say, because even if you were to say that there's something negative about this, you can't even do that, because it means success and triumph and everything we always wanted and hoped for actually coming to fruition or true. But it has a caveat behind it. And the caveat is, what do I really want? So I really want us to think about that this month. This is on the bottom of the deck. What is it that I really, truly want? Because that's what we will get. So really think when you're making that little, what do you call it, New Year's resolution, or however you're going to put it, or what do I want for this year to come into being? That's the good one to start out with. Because the only bad thing that can happen is I didn't believe in it, so therefore I delayed the results. That's when it's turned upside down. I'm still going to get what I wish for, but I didn't believe, so I got a little bit of a delay, and that's it. And now, should I say, is where it starts to hit the fan. Next card up here is the Tower card. No, lightning's not striking and we're not getting burned down, but it can be a pretty interesting, let's put it that way, interesting card. It has a lot of momentum behind it, like the momentum of Uranus, something about, sometimes suffering some kind of loss in our life, or unexpected things coming into our life. But usually, and I'm going to say normally, for the most part, if we'd have really looked at the facts, none of it was unexpected. If we really would have actually looked, and if we were really willing to face the fact about what was actually going on in our lives, nothing was unexpected. Sometimes things can hit, out of the clear blue, that can cause some kind of loss or suffering or things like that. But for the most part, Usually if we'd have really thought, we could have saw it coming, maybe changed something in our lives before it really hit the fan or whatever, but this card usually comes when a person is really feeling discontent, dissatisfied with their life, and like just unsatisfied and sick and tired of the status quo, but not knowing how to change it. And then it fires off this urgent need energy in the universe that says to us, like it says to us, things are going to come down fast, basically, and very hard in order to show us that we really need to make the change, because it's limiting our future development, basically. So if we use this card right, we start looking around ahead of time and we think about it and we think, what is it that I really think I need to change or want to change in my life? Or what is a truth? Let's put it this way. What is a truth or a fact that I'm putting on the rose-colored glasses, basically, and something that I'm not facing? And I'm saying it that way because we actually have 2 nines. We had the 9 of Cups, and now we got the 9 of Swords energy, and that's another low, harsh energy there. We have 2 nines in here. Nines are usually the end, the completion. These nines can mean, like, I think in numerology wise, they're going to mean something about looking at the big picture and at service and orientation that way, without forgetting my own life, not taking me out of the equation. A lot of times service workers will do that. They forget they have their own life in service to the greater whole. But the one thing we want to remember with these 2 nines in there this month is 9 is the end of cycles. We're coming into the new cycle. Things are, looking up or getting better. So whatever pain this 9 is causing us, right, is on its way out. Let's put it that way. And the 9 of Cups energy is on its way in. So this is a card of extreme anxiety, tension, unhappiness, like regrets energy over past mistakes or past type of misfortunes. We got quite a bit of air energy coming up in here, so it's really mental. A lot of mental energy coming up. It's possible that this fear is based on a fact or something that's real, but for the most part, that old saying, what you fear the most never happens. So to me, this card is the tiger. This card is the tiger's at the door. The tiger's at the door. The tiger's at the door. Don't open the door. We finally go to the door, and it's a pussycat. It's that type of energy. So it means that we are troubled, maybe having bad dreams, all these kind of weird things going through our mind, at nighttime when we should be sleeping, and energy of worry, sometimes it's really deeply rooted, but when it comes up, it's coming up for a reason. Comes up so it can be cleared out and resolved, It means that, remember, it's a number of completion. So if we remember it like that, 9 is the number of completion, then this indicates that since it means that the changes we are being required to make, or at this time, will forecast a better future for us, something way better than we even could have imagined, basically, like previously. So that energy in that manner is extremely excellent. So think about it like that. To me, that 9 of Swords is that little guy in your head. Let's say you have a fight with somebody down at the grocery store. They bump into you and they're smarting off and it was their fault, and you're like trying to be nice and you walk away, and then you think of the wise comeback. I should have said this to that, I should have done that, I shoulda, and you do it at night and you're up all night having the fight, and the other person that banged into you and caused all the harm is the person that's like sleeping. So it's that type of energy. So if there's something I need to change to stop that, if it's something I can't do anything about, why in the heck am I worrying about it? So not only do we have the Nine of Swords, we immediately get the Ten of Swords right after it. So that is really like the kick in the butt. So the Ten of Swords energy is the energy of the beginning of the end of a period of trial and tribulation. So tens basically are the end of this crap that I've been going through, 10 would mean beginning an entirely new cycle with the rest of this out of my life, So the debris of the old cycle would be that Nine of Swords energy, is now ending, or I'm sweeping the last dust bunny out of the door. And often that process of it is really tough. I mean, this is a pretty vivid card. These are Morgan Greer Tarot, and I picked them because they were bright colored, and boy, does that look like blood on here. It's stabbed in the back, laying down, flat, dead in the snow. And it's more of the energy of, a statement that we need to make an absolutely clean break from our past and everything that went with it, all of the suffering and the crap that we went through. It's done, it's over, and we need to forgive it and move on and move past it in our lives in order to have some type of a fresh start. So sometimes this can mean whether it's a divorce, sometimes quitting a job, changing an entire career, moving across the world, to a different place, maybe changing a whole traditional belief system. What I believed was true is no longer true for me, but it's now, the card actually means now is the time to make that necessary break, to make it cleanly, and to leave no loose ends. It's a time to see the situation clearly without any of the previous illusions that had clouded our vision before, because it's the energetics of, I'm done with it. I'm cutting off the past that was basically harming or hurting me. And with this next energy here, moving on to something better, because now we have the Six of Swords. Is this wild or what? And this is the energy of moving away from our past troubles. So I know we're going to make it. And we have that wish card in there. We're going to make it excellently. So they're moving out of the troubled waters and into the calm seas and a better, absolutely better life. So it's the beginning of a new phase after a time of upheaval in our lives. And to me, that's wonderful. Whether it's our work or in relationships or whatever, we stabilized our situation and we're feeling like a new peace of mind towards whatever's going on now. We have the word peace, awakening, and transformation. And we also have the words openness, being open to that wish coming true, being open, right, to this new, better way, I want to say, in my life. So it's the calm energy after the storm and smooth sailing with relatively hardly any problems. We all have problems in our life, but this card is like an indicator of it's better now. And especially since we have that Nine of Cups energy in there, our PIP card. So it's a time of integration or reintegration, and where lack of tension prevails. It's like the best of the best. New friends and relationships will come into our lives. After intense suffering, we'd be back, in the harness with ourselves and feeling fine and got our lives all together again. So it's like an excellent card. It can also mean like a journey over water. Oh, and I wanted to say about that Ten of Swords. That Ten of Swords can be recovery for some of us about surgery or illness, having been sick, And I know in January we'll still have a lot of the virus stuff going around. So it could mean that I'm recovering from a surgery or a medical procedure or illness too. But this one here can also mean, like the recovery period, going from being sick into good health, going from that painful state into a better state. So journeys over water, but even if the destination is unknown, the effects of the move could be uncertain, even if we're doing it, but luck's on our side and it will go smoothly. When we get this card, the saying is, it will go smoothly. And I like that energy for us. It's been a tough energy on everybody this last year, basically. Almost a whole year is gone now. We'd be 10 months, I believe, now. Well, this is December, 11 months in January into all this mess by then, 10 or 11 months of just worry and aggravation and kids home from school and what am I going to do with them. But with this reading, we can see the energy of things, like being placated and getting through it, like plugging along through it until we absolutely are sure that we've made our way and we're over the hurdle. And that's what, to me, feels more like expansive and more exciting. It's that I know I'm going to make it through energy. And that's a good energy for us, I guess it is, because of our angel card. Our angel card here is steady progress. So we're going to get through this no matter what. We acknowledge you for the progress you've made in remembering love in your daily activities. We can clearly see the contribution you're making to the world through your thoughts, feelings, and your actions of love. That's really excellent. That kind of goes right along here with our reading. Love doesn't have to be just romantic. They were saying about that 9 energy, that can be like service oriented, but not to forget that there's important things in our own lives too that we have to take, better care of. Let me put it that way. It says you drew this card as a reassurance that you're making steady progress. You sometimes harshly compare yourself to others and feel that you should be farther ahead on your path by now. Yet look at how far you've come, how many lessons you learned, and how many people you helped. And we Tauruses help everybody, and that's the truth. It says, and how many people or focus on your progress instead of expecting perfection of yourself. Each day, at least one small action step concerning a project that you're passionate about. Take that step. You're on the right path, even if it feels like you're moving slowly. Praise the light instead of cursing the darkness and appreciate yourself. Good advice anytime. Well, Taurus, that's our reading for this month. I want to tell you all, thank you for your likes, shares, subscribes, and for your comments. I read each and every one of them, and I really appreciate them. If anybody wants to know more about me or just go neb about me, all the information's down below the screen in the About section. or if you need to set an appointment with me, that's where you go over to the website, and that's down below the screen. Also at the website, there's 2 short videos. One explains a prayer class, the other explains the suture classes that I put out there for you. Prayer class is 2.5 hours long. It explains how to format prayers, why you do them the way you do. Sutras are simple thought forms you put in meditation. Takes 5 minutes a day, and it enhances the clear perceptions dramatically. But the videos that explain them are at the website. So to all of you I've met through doing 4 whole years of YouTubes now, and to everybody I've met through 32 years of this work, I want to tell you it's been an honor, privilege, and a pleasure to serve you. Hopefully I'll see you back here next month. Bye-bye.